Dr. Pooja, you may start.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Pooja, kindly start.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Master Stroke by IIHMR Bangalore. Thank you all for joining us today for this insightful session focused on learning, growth, and industry exposure. My name is Dr. Pooja Gupta, and I am first year PGDM student at IIHMR Bangalore. I'll be your moderator for today's Master Stroke session. It's truly a pleasure to be part of a platform that connects students and young professionals with the experienced industry leaders. I look forward to guiding today's discussion and helping you gain practical insight that can support your career journey. I request Poonam ma'am to play the IHMR tour video.
Sure.
Hello. Thank you, ma'am, for playing the video. I hope this virtual tour gave everyone a clear glimpse of life at IHMR. Before we begin, let me briefly introduce IHMR Bangalore. IHMR Bangalore was established in 2004 as part of IHMR Group. IHMR Bangalore is a premier institute dedicated to healthcare and hospital management, education, research, and training. With its AICTE approved PGDM programs, the institute strongly emphasizes industry relevance, learning, and leadership development, preparing students for diverse role across hospital, healthcare, IT, pharmaceuticals, consulting, and public health sector. Master Stroke is one of IHMR Bangalore flagship industry connect initiatives. The objective of this platform is to bridge the gap between academic learning and real-world industry practice through interactive session with industry expert and alumni. Masterstroke provide insight into current healthcare trend, current career pathways, and skill requirement. Today's session contributes this efforts, and we hope it will be both informative and inspiring to all our participants. Now, moving on to our speakers for today. We have Dr. Sumeet with us and Shrishti ma'am with us. So, first of all, starting with Dr. Sumit. Before starting the session, I would like to give a brief introduction of our speaker. Can I have the introduction slide for Dr. Sumit? Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Sumit holds a bachelor degree in Ayurvedic medicine and surgery BAMS and has successfully transformed into a leadership role in healthcare IT and digital transformation. With over a decade of experience, he has led large-scale EMR and HIS implementations across the US and Middle East. Working on platforms such as Cerner, Athena, and Allscripts, a PMP-certified project manager, Dr. Sumeet currently serves as Senior Project Lead at HCLTech, where he drives initiative involving HL7, FHIR integrations, Gen AI adoption, cloud solution, and clinical workflow optimization. His journey from clinician to healthcare IT leader offers extremely valuable insight for students aspiring to combine clinical knowledge with technology and management. Sir, we are honored to have you with us today.
Thanks, Pooja. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction.
My pleasure, sir. I would like to ask some questions. So, my question for you are my first question would be,
Yeah.
how can
Hope my screen is
clinicians?
visible, right? And I'm audible
Yes, sir.
too. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, how can clinicians and healthcare graduates transition successfully into healthcare IT and management roles?
Yeah. So to start with our question, so it's not see restricted to only the clinicians and only healthcare graduates can pursue this course. Anyone, any background can pursue this course, like engineering background, BBA background, BCA background. Those who are really interested doing something in the healthcare industry. Like we have a huge career in healthcare IT, hospital operations, quality, insurance. Then likewise, see, there are insurance and TPAs also. So we have a vast options also after pursuing all these undergraduate courses. So you can go for a specializations. And thanks to IHMR provides really big and solid platform which will drive the meaningful careers across you and across the healthcare streams. So again, your background really doesn't matter that a lot. Once you join this program, you'll get to know each and every depth insights about the journey on the healthcare project in the first year, being into the second year. See, being a clinician, so you can leverage yourself like you can a subject matter expert. You already have that clinical knowledge. You have already completed your undergraduate courses, and so you're pursuing that. You consider yourself as a subject matter expert, right? Then being a subject matter expert, you can contribute to your product development phase, project, your implementations. Then you can work as an informatics specialist in the healthcare IT as well. So being a structured way, you can create your own project, your own projections as well. So in this role, you can strategically bridge patient care along with the digital transformation, which will ensure the technology serves the healthcare delivery. Hopefully, I was able to answer the first question. If you have
Yes,
any,
sir.
yeah, if you have any, doubts or needed clarification, feel free to ask.
Sir, first thing, thank you for briefing about all the options. And second thing, it's thank you for telling us that it's not just restricted to the candidate who have just healthcare background. People
Yeah,
from any domain can come and excel in it. So thank you
yes.
so much, sir, for that. So my second question would be, what skills should fresher focus on if they aspire to leadership position in healthcare technology?
Yeah, see, coming to the skill sets, I explained earlier that you are already in the subject matter expert in the clinical phase, right?
Yes.
Now, the how the industry works here, that you have to focus more on your domain, your base. Like you need to have your Indian healthcare standard knowledge. You have to have your US healthcare knowledge. Build that first. Fine. So that will develop your skills, primary skills. Then move toward your functional expertise. Like you can work as a business analyst, you can work as a functional consultant, which can help to creating the workflows, to creating multiple the product development, small fragments of whatever the EMR or EHR you are focusing about. Fine. Then slowly move down to gradually you can move down to your technology aspects. Then you can be a data analytics as well. Coming down your career, like after 4 years, 5 years, when you have a strong hold on yourself, like in your functional expertise, your domain knowledge, then gradually you can move to your uh, technology part. Like you can be a data analytics or informatics specialist. Then slowly move to like AI, ML, which is booming, which is the trending currently now. So that will come in the later part. So that's how you can create your own for developing the skill sets.
Yeah. Yes, I think pressure should focus on not just on Indian healthcare system, or we should have updated knowledge on US healthcare system too.
It's not only two Pooja, like only Indian or US healthcare. There are multiple healthcare systems. The European healthcare
Yes.
system, Australian healthcare system,
Yes.
based on the technology and the company which will you be pitching. So that's how you goes off. And it's not, don't restrict yourself in learning anything. So it's a vast thing. So learn and grow.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, if you have anything to add on to it.
No, I think Sumit covered pretty much all of it. So, like he said, don't restrict yourself to just one thing. Health
Yes.
society is vast, so be open, keep looking for more avenues where you can pitch in, which interests you, basically. So, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. So, sir, moving on to our next question.
Yeah.
How important is project management knowledge for students entering the health IT domain?
Yeah, project management skill set you learn once you pitch in, and you'll be having around couple of years of experience. When you have your functional domain knowledge like hold, then slowly you can initially you will be an individual contributor, correct? That's how everyone start. That's how myself and Shrishti we have started our career. So post to then slowly you will start handling a team of two. Then you'll be starting handling the projects as well. Then multiple portfolios also, right? Slow it will
Gradually, we'll
yeah, so
gradually
slowly
we'll.
it will come step by step. But make sure whatever the learnings you have till date in your career, in your path, you start implementing those, because those will give you a lot of insights and ideas also. And you will be having that platform to showcase yourselves. Along with that, what I'll suggest that you do the little certifications also, like for management specifically, if you are targeting, like I did my project management. I'm pursuing whatever the learnings I have. I'm going through in that phase. So I did my PMP certification. So there are little certification like we have PMP, we have Prince 2, we have ITIL, likewise. So that will add on. That will be a value add for you to enhance your career, whatever you are pursuing in whichever platform like EMR, EHR, insurance, or billing. Likewise.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for that. One thing I wanted to ask, for getting a PMP certification, sir, do we
Yeah.
need any prior experience has to be there for us to understand uh, the
Yes,
whole
we need
curriculum,
experience. Yes,
or
yes.
freshers can go ahead with it?
No, immediately fresher cannot go for the PMP certification. You need have some industry experience required,
Experience.
like minimum 3 years or 4 years. You can enroll
Okay.
into the course. You complete that course, and then probably you appear for a PMP certification. It's like 6 months, 2 months to 6 months of timeline is there. Whenever you are
Okay.
ready, you appear for exam and you can give it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. But
Yeah.
moving on with the questions, my next question is going to be on certifications too. So,
Yeah.
what certifications or tools would you recommend for freshers to stay relevant in the digital healthcare space?
Yeah. See, as a fresher, you can start with the business analyst. That's a very primary thing. A business analyst is a vast scope where you can have a certification and you can enroll anywhere. There is no any as such limitations over there. Like you can go to the insurance domain, billing domain, healthcare IT domain, pharmacy domain, even for different types of claims. So business analyst is a profile. It will be on demand everywhere.
Mm.
Right. So business analyst from IIBA, that is the institute which can provide. Then after a post of a certain experience, you can go ahead with like PMP, which I suggested, Prince 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are targeting little more towards your integration, yeah, interoperable things, then you can go to the HL7 as well. So HL7
Mm.
is like pure technical.
Mm.
If you already have a background, like few freshers, they'll be having some engineering background. So they might be having Java, Oracle, so databases, SQL and all. So for that also, basic certification will be required, like SQL or Java or Oracle likewise. So this
Okay.
will be certification overall, it will be required as a fresher initially when you start with a career in the healthcare IT.
Yes, sir. Yes, a right certification will definitely help freshers to get
Yeah,
aligned. Yeah.
correct.
So, sir, my next question would be, how can students balance clinical knowledge with technology and business understanding?
Yeah, see, clinical knowledge most of us have, and some will learn in this process also, right?
Mm.
Coming to the technology is very important. Technology is very fast moving. Like every 6 months, there is something new which is coming. When we started our career, it used to be like 2 years down line, 3 years down line. The technology is going used to get changed, but now it's like 6 months. So you have to be updated first of all. What technology is there?
Yeah.
Technology, like for an example, what are the EMR, EHR you're supporting? How many EMR, EHRs are there in the market?
Mm.
How many labs, diagnostic centers they are integrated? Which are all applications you are using? How the system works? How HIS work? Like if you are focusing only on the single specialty, multi OPD specialty, inpatient specialty, overall HIS specialty,
Yeah.
in-house, third-party vendors. So you need to connect with all these aspects. Then you will come to know the what are the technology driven applications is there in the market. You study with that, do your homework, do your research, then go ahead with that.
That's very insightful, sir.
Yeah.
Moving on to my next question. So, what common mistakes do freshers make in healthcare IT careers, and how can they avoid them?
See, I'll rephrase this mistakes part with the knowledge gap. So that will be a good term, what I can say. Because see, when we start our career, there are many aspects where we'll lack. We will
Mm.
not have that much of knowledge, right? So there will be a few things where you'll miss so many things. So that project, that task particular which you are working upon, do your homework, do your research, connect with your mentor, gather your knowledge, take as much as trainings you want, then you go with that. And immediately never jump into the conclusions unless until you're confident on that. Correct? So first fill the knowledge gap, then you implement it. First fill the knowledge gap, then you go ahead with your implementation part. Okay, discuss with your colleagues, discuss with your subordinates, discuss with your mentor as well. That would really help in the initial phase building your career. Because see, initially we are like very introvert. How to ask? Why to ask? what he will think about me if I'm apart from taking up the training also, there are a lot of questions in our head, but that out of 100 questions, 100 thoughts, we just deliver one question to them, and that too is like funniest way, right? So just go do your homework, study a lot, fine, and discuss always each and every day, discuss with your mentor, and end of the day track yourself what you have achieved, what that mistakes what you did, and how did you rectify that. Then you'll slowly learn, then you will go ahead in your career, and slowly, gradually, once you move in your career, that errors will be less.
Investing more time in research and taking advice from mentors and colleagues
That's always
and
matter. Probably
discussion.
Shrishti can pitch in here, and she can also give some advice here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
If
I
you
was
want to
about
add
to say the
anything.
same. So when you start your career, everything is very new for all of us, right? So do not think twice before asking questions, be it your peers, your leads, or managers. Ask
Yeah.
as many questions you can. Google things up, learn, because that is how you actually grow in your career. And
Yes.
don't think of mistakes as a hurdle for you. That's a learning curve for you, right? We all make mistakes, and it's only natural. But learning from them and improvising on them is where you stand out. So instead of focusing on or fearing from mistakes, learn from them and just keep moving ahead. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, moving on with another question. So, how do emerging technologies like AI, cloud, and interoperability impact career opportunity for freshers?
Yeah, see, so I'll start with interoperability. Like it's a very old driven technology. Still, many of the companies, like many of the like service-based companies, then consulting-based companies or product-based companies, they are still using interoperable because it is easy to adapt. So
Okay.
interoperable means exchanging the data, exchanging the information between two systems, between two modalities, or else between two infrastructure also.
Yes.
So when it comes to the interoperability, there is only one pair, like a HL7, right? Health
Mm.
level standard. So
Yes.
that's the technology which you have to focus always, and that knowledge it will be there with you forever till your last breath. Once you learn that, then it is very easy to cope up with all other aspects. Yeah,
Mm.
coming to the other part, like AI. AI is currently in trending. It's booming. Like it's
Yes.
reshaping the healthcare. Not even the healthcare. It's finance, commercial, everywhere. It is AI, right? So I mentioned earlier, every 6 months the trend is changing. Technology is
Mm.
changing, right? So AI is like reshaping healthcare along with like in the patient engagement and predictive analytics, then clinical decision support everywhere there is an AI.
Yes.
Yeah, see, there are a few aspects. Few of the companies they are working on the AI-driven technology in the healthcare. How the human body system works, how you're going to implement the AI in it, and how you're going to reduce maximum number of manual efforts and convert it into the AI driven, right? On the
Yes.
sensor. That's how it will work. So still you need a lot of study, and it comes with your expertise also. Whatever the experience you have, like if you have 5 years of experience or 2 years of experience after of the functional domain knowledge, you can implement over there.
Mm. And sir,
Yeah.
upskilling in AI will definitely open the doors for future
100%,
employees
100%, 100%.
opportunities.
Yes.
Okay. So, moving on to my last question. So, what one piece of advice would you give students to build a long-term, future-ready career in healthcare?
Okay, so see, there are many advices, but I will not waste my time. The one piece advice which I'll suggest all of the first year and the second year students, and throughout it will help you out. Like stay adaptable and keep learning. Do not limit yourself. Do not restrict yourself. It's okay. Some days will be bad, right? Some days will not be a learning. Some days will be a repetitive work. You will be stagnant. Nothing new is coming. But just keep patience and align with that. Don't just focus on one part. Just try align parallelly. You can work in different parts. You go to do your research, to, focus on AI, what new trends are coming, focus on other markets also like US market, European market, what these guys are doing. Do some competitive analysis also. This will help you a lot in growing yourself personally as an individual contributor.
Thank you for the powerful message, I would say, sir. And thank you for taking us through your journey and experiences so candidly. Your
Right.
insight will surely help our uh, participants in shaping their career. So,
Sure.
sir, moving on to our next speaker, Shrishti Agrawal, ma'am. So, ma'am, before starting the Q&A session, or I would say this interview kind. So I would like to give a brief introduction about you, ma'am. So Srishti ma'am holds a bachelor's degree in biotechnology and brings with her over 11 years of experience in US healthcare IT, spanning both provider and payer domain. She is an Epic Willow inpatient certified professional with extensive hands-on experience in platforms such as Epic, Cerner, and MedTech, particularly in areas like pharmacy revenue integrity, charge capture, compliance, and workflow optimization. Currently serving as Associate Manager, Revenue Integrity at PrimEra Medical Technologies. She has led several high-impact initiatives, including critical COVID-related builds, which significantly reduced denials and improved operational efficiency. Along with her technical expertise, she is also a content creator, author, and certified health coach, making her journey especially inspiring for aspirants from life science and allied backgrounds. Ma'am, we are delighted to have you with us today.
Thank you,
So,
Pooja.
and ma'am, to begin with, I would like to ask you, how can fresher from biotechnology, life science, or pharmacy background start a career in US healthcare IT? This is the question which is related to Sir too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, like Sumit said, no matter which domain you come from, you can always enter the healthcare IT world. But from my own experience, when I entered, I had no clue about how the hospitals work, right? So, what I would suggest to people who are coming from allied life science background is to understand how hospitals work in and out, like understand a patient's journey, be it inpatient, outpatient, or emergency. Understand how departments work in silos and together as well. And for me, the hospital visit which our college organized helped a lot to understand how an hospital works because that's your basic foundation for a EMR. Once you understand that, it will be very easy for you to learn how a EMR works, how a patient journey comes through an EMR. So that would be one suggestion for people, especially who come from allied life sciences background, is to focus on their hospital workflow in and out.
Okay.
And
First,
I agree. We study Indian healthcare and we work on US healthcare, but the basics are still the same, right? A few things here and there change between Indian and US healthcare, but the basics are still the same. So focusing on that would give you a would definitely give you an advantage when once you start working on a US healthcare firm.
okay. Thank you, ma'am, for the answer. Moving on to my second question. What foundation skills would students build before entering EMR or revenue cycle management roles?
Okay. So you always learn on the job. But again, from my experience, MS Excel, my Microsoft Excel is one tool that if
Yes.
you can learn, you spend some time learning that would definitely give you an edge. See, it's all about data now. US healthcare industry and your EMR is all about data. So the more hands-on you have on Excel, you learn a few things. And once you start your journey, it would definitely give an advantage because a lot of our jobs now revolve around data analysis and creating reports out of there. So if at all you are interested, this is one thing I would prefer students investing their time and money to do.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So, means before entering the job or just for preparing ourselves, MS Excel is something that everyone has to know.
It
And
would be good, yeah, because
yes,
you anyways learn on the job, but if you already know a basic of it,
basics
it
has to
would
be
be
there.
edge. It would give you an edge over others, definitely.
And ma'am, what about other languages that we see, like SQL and Python?
Um,
Initial for entry level, how much they are important and
So it all depends on the kind of profile you're entering. If you're entering a functional profile, like if you're entering for a BA role, like Sumit mentioned, you would not really need SQL or Java there. But if you're
Yes.
entering a techno-functional role, wherein maybe a testing profile, let's say, or a pretty techno-functional role, there
Okay.
you would need to learn SQL. I did a part of my journey in SQL, so I had to learn on the job. So
Okay.
that always will be there, but for functional healthcare roles, you don't really need SQL or Java or Python as such.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And moving on to my third question. How important are certifications like EPIC or domain knowledge when one is just starting out?
To be honest, when you're just starting, these do not matter at all. Okay, your
Okay.
focus should be learning, growing yourself, improving yourself. And as
Hmm.
mentioned, once you are in the journey, once you have completed a few years in the industry, then you can pick. So, for example, Sumit picked up PMP because he wanted to enter the project management field. For someone who
Yes.
wants to enter become a SME, let's say, into healthcare IT or AI, they can deep dive into those avenues. But initially, instead of focusing on those theory, on those online certifications, what I personally suggest is focus on learning, understanding the healthcare IT world, and then eventually you will get there. So for me also, Deloitte happened, so Epic happened. Other than that, I don't hold any other certifications. So practical exposure and experience always speaks more than your certifications, is what I would say.
Thank you, ma'am. It means initially, though, we have to focus more on learning part,
Yes,
understanding the domain first, and then
exactly.
going ahead with the. Oh.
Yeah.
Moving on to my next question, ma'am.
Hmm.
What does a typical career path look like in revenue integrity and pharmacy IT?
So instead of bifurcating revenue integrity or pharmacy IT, I would answer this for a whole healthcare IT job. So no matter what stream are you in, it's typically a healthcare IT domain, right? So there are two career paths which you can pick. Either you climb up the ladder into a managerial profile. You lead a project, you handle team, and that's pretty much it. You're handling people. It's more of people management than for you. Or you can choose to deep dive and become a SME into your functional domain. I personally prefer a mix of both, which is now my profile. So I handle a team and I also work on functional issues. So you can actually either become a people manager kind of person, handle team, or you can become a SME. It all depends on your interest. You have all the avenues opened up now in our Indian healthcare or US healthcare world. So both the options are open. It all depends on which part of your skill set you are good at. If you're good at people management, choose to grow in that path. If you're good at your functional domain, stick to it. So, yeah.
Introspection is something that we need to focus on when.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would never want to go into a very manage managerial profile. I would always want to have my hands on functional and technology. So, yeah, that.
Okay. So, ma'am, what challenges did you face early in your career and how did you overcome them?
A lot of them. When I started with my healthcare ID job, I did not know how to write emails or even write formulas in Excel or what EMR is, to be very honest, right? So all of that were challenges, but that's the beauty of it, right? I mean, it's a learning curve for all of
Keep
us.
on learning,
And
yes.
the only way you can overcome those challenges is to not see them as challenges. They are problems, and you have to find solutions to it. And as Sumit clearly mentioned, for you to find solutions, talk to your peers, talk to your seniors, Google
Yes.
things up, read about it. I still remember during my first job, I used to spend extra hours like reading about what EMR is, what Cerner is, or how can I write emails better, or learning Excel. So, and they will always be there in your journey, right? It's not just when you start. Till date, when a new thing comes in, it's maybe a challenge for me. But it all depends on how you can approach it.
Yes.
And like he said, do not shy away from asking for help.
Yeah.
Initially, career we tend to do that, right? What will they think of me? I don't even know this. But trust me, no one judges you on asking questions.
I think this is something that everyone must have experienced in their life, that
Yeah, of course. I
hesitation.
was the same. Yeah, that what will my lead think if I ask so many questions? But they always welcome those questions. It shows
Yes.
you want to learn, right?
Yes.
So
Sir,
yeah.
anything you have to add on to this question?
Yeah, see, regarding the challenges and new learnings. So, see, do not shy anytime. If there is no person on the planet who will not be having any doubts, oh, they need be certain clarification they'll be needing, right? So, do
True.
reach out to speak up. Do reach out to your mentors. Do reach out to your colleagues. They might be having that knowledge which you don't have. The knowledge which you have, which you pursue, that knowledge they not be having, right? So, it's just like
Yes.
sharing. And do not share. No questions are stupid. I'm telling you, no question
Very
is
true.
stupid.
Very truly said.
Yeah,
Actually,
the
all of us
moment
have
you, the
gone through that.
moment,
Yeah.
yeah, the moment you think that I'm asking a stupid question, that the same question after years you'll think, oh, that was the logical question which I asked to my mentor. That
Should
will
have
happen.
asked. Yes, sir.
This is
That's
coming
true.
from experience, Pooja, both of us. So always
Exactly,
ask
exactly,
questions. Do
Yes,
not
sir.
hesitate.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true, ma'am. I think, I don't think after this conversation, people will restrain themselves from asking questions. They should ask question. That is something that I support too. I do ask many questions. So
No, that's
that happens. So, ma'am, moving on to my next question. How can freshers differentiate themselves from interviews from for healthcare IT roles?
okay. So the first thing is whenever you're approaching an interview with a healthcare IT firm, do some research about that company, like what the company does,
Yes.
and about the profile you're interviewing for. So, for example, if you're interviewing for a RCM profile, so at least have a basic understanding of what RCM stands for, what exactly RCM is, and where in the healthcare world it fits in. So that shows that it's extra edge. It shows that you're interested in the profile, first of all. And second,
You have proper knowledge about it too.
yeah, I mean, you're
Sorry
interested.
for interrupting.
Okay, if healthcare, if a firm is coming, I have no clue what they do, so
Yes.
that shows that you're not interested. And second thing that I also observed during when I took interviews from IHMR Jaipur and Bangalore is your attitude to learn. See,
Yes.
EMR can be taught, Excel can be taught, but attitude is something you come up with. If you show that you want to learn, you want to grow, we will take a bet on you. So, along with your domain knowledge, your attitude that you come up with matters a lot. So,
Yes.
if you can portray that you are very interested to learn and you can show that to the interviewee, that matters also. Like I personally look for that. I can train you guys on all the EMRs and everything, but if you don't come with attitude, it will be tough, right? So, yeah.
Candidate who is always ready to learn.
Yes.
Yes. Sir, anything you want to add on to the
No,
question?
nothing, nothing. Just check out pretty much. Totally agree on that.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, moving on to my next question. What role do communication and documentation skills play in long-term career growth?
Now that I've completed over 10 years of my experience, I would say a lot.
Yes.
And documentation, because as you grow up the ladder, you will be writing a lot of SOPs, workflow diagrams. You'll be making a lot of presentations and user training documents. So documentation definitely would be a big part of your career, as in when you grow up the ladder. Communication definitely, because in and out you work with a lot of stakeholders. You work with your own team, you work with your managers, you work with the hospital staff, you work with the directors there. So communicating your message very clearly matters a lot in this journey. This soft skill, of course, is important, and the more you invest in this, the more results you see as in when you grow in your career. And I mean, yeah, you don't really come up. Eventually, you learn. So, like I said, eventually you learn this skill, but it's definitely very important. As in when you grow, you realize how important this is. So,
Yes.
communicating clearly and writing clearly, all that thing matters a lot.
See,
Communication and
Uh, yeah, I would like to add here regarding the documentation part. See, documentation is a heart of whatever the task you're working, whatever you're performing. Like you might heard about the SOPs, standing operating procedures and all.
yes.
So we have to follow everywhere. Like small unit of hospital, small OPDs also. Small clinics also, they are following those aspects. Why? Because it's mandatory. If you follow that, then the process will be smooth driven, correct?
Yes,
Then,
sir.
so you have to write it down everywhere, every time. So whatever you're learning. So in the words, let's take it simple Word document. You start working, writing down whatever the jot down some points, whatever you learned today. Document that. Then you reframe it. You show it to your colleagues how it goes, and you just try to project it. Uh, just try to make it sure that whatever the learnings are there, it's jotting down in those particular documents. So SOPs are the base of each and every aspects, each and every technologies. You have that, then you have a solid proof, and you can talk or discuss on over it.
What Sumit said is so beautiful that you can practice documentation. Like we never thought of it, but what we can tell you from our experiences, the more you can practice, like you said, just jot down your points on a Word document. Share with your peers or colleagues, right? That's just the starting step that you can do at this level before you enter
Exactly.
a job. That would definitely help you in the long run and initial years as well.
Correct.
So like they say, the more prepared you come, the more easier for you it's in the job, right? So this is one
Yes.
aspect of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Documentation is something that people, I think, generally neglect, that it is not that important or something. Thank you for bringing light to it, that how much important it is. I think for self motivation to documentation, I would help for
Yeah.
finding the gap, and thank you for that. And now, ma'am, moving to my last question. What advice would you give students to stay consistent and motivated during the initial year of their career?
So the one advice I would give to all of them would be from the job that you are currently working, spend some time to learn about the industry as whole. The healthcare IT world is huge. And like Sumit said, things are changing pretty fast in this world. The new technologies coming in, new avenues opening up. So just keep yourself learning, like keep yourself hooked up to it. Just read about it. So I remember when I started my career with Dell, our manager Vivek sir used to send us one PDF from healthcare IT world every month. And we were like, why are you sending it to us? He's like, you guys should know what's happening in the healthcare IT world apart from Cerner. And trust me, that got me hooked that, yeah, it is super interesting to know what all is happening and where all I can also, enter this healthcare market. So that's same advice I would give to all the students that, okay, keep looking, keep reading, keep talking to your seniors and see what all is happening in the world, where all you can enter this industry. That would give you all the motivation you need and open up new avenues for you as well.
That's truly inspiring, ma'am. So, thank you, ma'am, for sharing your journey and insights through this interview.
Thank
We
you.
truly appreciate your time and valuable perspectives. We are now open to questions. I request all the participants to kindly share their doubts and questions.
Yeah, I can see, Pooja, there is one question posted here, and
HL,
it's from, yeah,
Yes.
Aniket.
answer that.
Yeah.
So, Aniket is saying, I just want to know more about HL7 and FHIRE and how this can be leveraged across other domain beyond
Yeah.
healthcare like insurance and fintech companies.
Yeah, I would
Thank you,
like to
Aniket, for the
answer.
question.
Yeah, I would like to answer that question. So, Aniket, see, HL7 is not only restricted to healthcare. It actually started with the banking domains. So these guys, they have implemented HL7 first over there, then slowly it moved to healthcare industry and different ID companies as well. So initially, you just have to focus on what are the aspects of HL7. Like there are seven level of standards. What are all standard? What are the objectives of each standards? And it's very vast. And you have to get trained yourself first in the HL7 aspects. And there are different variations of HL7, like versions, HL7 2.4 till 2.8. So currently in the standard, like most of the companies, they have not moved to Fire. Why? Because they have huge data still they are adaptable to only HL7 version 2. So 2.4, 2.6, 2.7, and 2.8. So now similarly to HL7 2.8, Fire has came. It's been like 3 years. Most of the big shots, big companies, they are implementing this Fire. They're adapting the Fire ones. So it's equally similarly, but very small. And see, once you learn all these aspects, it will take time. Like within a month, if you take a training and go for the certification exam, that won't help you. You have to have a hands-on, you have to have a practical knowledge on that. Not only related to the healthcare, if you move after healthcare, if you are planning to move down to any fintech companies or any insurance domains or some different domains as well, where HL7 is leveraging, right? So there you have to understand the workflows, how the data is flowing, how the information is passing by, what all the technologies and applications they are implementing. These all knowledge, if you get, then you will be ready to implement HL7 or Fire knowledge in any aspects. But give some time. It will take some time. Be patient and learn as much as you can because the technology currently today on 28th of Jan will not be similar on the 29th also, right? So keep learning. Hope this answers, Aniket, uh, to your questions. If you want more insights on this, please do reach out to me. We'll have a full day discussion on that.
Thank you, sir. So that answers my question. Well
Okay.
explained. I just
Welcome.
curious. Actually, I didn't know that it was started from banking domain. I heard on my this pre-placement, this before choosing the
Orientation.
specialization talk around
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
HL7 and FHRE. So I
Yeah,
was
see,
about to,
yeah,
yeah.
banking domain, they have implemented this first. Initially, also, I thought it's only related to the healthcare because there are a lot of healthcare standards and compliances are that we have to talk, we have to do it just to for the PHI, like patient health inform to protect the PHIs and all. Then when I did in, I take a lot of training on the HL7. I did a lot of practical aspects. Then I came to know it's already started. The fintech and these finance companies, they already banking domain, they already implemented this HL7. It's there in US market. Most of the fintech and this banking domain they have implemented over there. That's the reason I thought to answer your question. So you'll have some clarity on that.
Yes, yes, definitely, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Pooja, I think Alimfan Bhaduri, he has raised his hand. Maybe you can unmute yourself and ask your question, Bhaduri.
Good evening, panelists. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Srishti ma'am, and hello, Sumeet sir. Uh, like
Hi.
you, people are the leading experts. What better way would be to ask questions? So I thought I'll utilize this time effectively. So, ma'am and sir, since you both are quite experienced in the healthcare IT sector, can you share some knowledge that if a person who is like, for in my case, I am not a tech person. I am a healthcare person. I recently completed my graduation in medical laboratory technology, and I am interning at one of the best hospitals of West Bengal, which happens to be my home state.
Mm-hmm.
So I was planning for doing PGDM in healthcare management, since healthcare has always been my area of choice and I really want to excel in this field. So, apart from the healthcare IT field, what other sectors can we, navigate after completing this course?
Yeah, so Baduri, yeah, let me give short and simple answer to you. So it's so open options you have. So multiple options here. You don't have any restrictions. So I am a medical background. I am a clinical background. I have like 4.5, 5 years of experience. I was working in an emergency unit, right? Then I switched my career here, and I did have the same question: what I'll do after pursuing this MBA, right? Once I enrolled to the course, slowly I got to know there are multiple opportunities. Like apart from working in the healthcare IT, you can work in the insurance domain, in the TPS sectors. You can working in the hospital operations, and hospital itself have a multiple options. Like you can be a quality analyst, you can be a HS implementation consultant, you can work as a operation analyst, operation management, administrator. Apart from these two, there are multiple options also. So like there are a lot of product-based companies. There are a lot of other cosmetics-based companies also. They need some of the expertise who have some this knowledge, right? And there is one more option. You mentioned your background is like what medical lab technologist,
Laboratory
right?
technicians. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see, there are a lot of modalities like these big companies, Philips, Siemens. They do want some of the subject matter experts who are working on the lab aspects or the diagnostics aspects, right? It's a
Yes, sir.
huge.
Correct, sir. I have been personally using those. Like
Yes.
even the BD Facts, two of the models we have used. One is BD
Yeah.
Facts 2, and
Yeah.
the other one is
Effects.
yes, BD Facts ARIA 3.
Yes. So see, you already know, you're already aware about this process, right? You can target there, you can focus there. So if it doesn't work, in case if you get bored in chance, you can switch to hospital, you can switch to insurance domain, likewise, or else healthcare IT.
Okay, so you're saying that essentially this would be the opening door, and after that the
Yeah,
possibilities are
exactly.
infinite.
See, I myself and Srishti, we started our career with the hospital operations and all. Later, we moved to healthcare IT. And healthcare IT have a lot of other segments like pharmacy, clinicals, insurance, billing, RCM, provider segment, payer segments. So slowly you take up everything, whatever the experience you are getting, then you think of it where you want to focus more, like I did for project management.
Also, Alimpon, to add on, since you already have a background with lab in healthcare IT, like I am specialized in pharmacy, Willow, right? You can always pick laboratory as your specialization. There are epics which you can do epics, Cerner. All these EMRs have specialized lab departments, right? And lab is
Okay.
one of the most complicated departments when it comes to EMRs. So that's one avenue where you can use your background and get into as well.
Okay. So that is going to be a +1 point for me.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Uh, any other participant who want to ask question? So, as we come to the end of today's master stroke session, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to both our esteemed speaker for sharing their valuable experience, practical insight, and career guidance. Your journey and perspectives have truly been inspiring and extremely beneficial for our participants. I would also like to thank all the participants for actively joining us today. We hope this session added value to your learning journey. Before we conclude, I kindly request everyone to subscribe to and follow the IHMR Bangalore page on YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay updated with our upcoming session, events, and learning opportunities. Lastly, I request everyone to please turn on your cameras for a quick snapshot. Can please everyone turn on their camera?
And Pooja.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Pooja, for having us. in this platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
It
Kashmiri, for
was
inviting.
it was really great talking to you both, and really learned a lot and got to know so many things.
Yeah, see, you guys can reach out to us anytime.
Yeah, you
Our
can use LinkedIn to
number,
reach out to us, and
yeah,
we're more than happy to guide you guys.
anytime.
Nice.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
again.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much, sir.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you. Have a
ma'am.
good night.
Same to you. Take
Have a
care.
great evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you, sir.